The warning. The year was 2547, and humanity had spread across 17 star systems like seeds scattered by a cosmic wind. But on this day, in the operations center of the Terran Defense Command, Admiral Marcus Kane stared at a holographic display that showed the end of everything they had built. "How long do we have?" His voice was steel wrapped in thunder. Commander Sarah Mitchell, her face pale in the blue glow of tactical screens, didn't sugarcoat it. 48 hours, sir. Maybe less. The Dominion Collective, an empire of machine consciousness that had consumed 3 galaxies, had finally found humanity. Their fleet was massive beyond comprehension, 10,000 warships, each one capable of glassing a planet in minutes. Kane looked at the fleet roster. Humanity had 200 ships. 200 against 10,000. "Assemble the fleet at Meridian Point," he ordered. "Every ship. Every captain. Tell them." He paused, searching for words that could encompass the weight of this moment. "Tell them humanity needs one more miracle." Chapter 2, The Gathering. They came from every corner of human space. Battlecruisers with names like Defiant and Indomitable. Carriers like the Prometheus with their fighter wings. Destroyers, frigates, corvettes, some so old they had fought in the first contact wars decades ago. Captain Elena Vasquez stood on the bridge of the Valkyrie, watching the fleet assemble through the viewport. Her ship was a Titan-class battlecruiser, one of only 12 ever built. 2 kilometers of armor, railguns, missile batteries, and the dreams of engineers who believed humanity could touch the stars without fear. "Beautiful, isn't it?" Her first officer, Commander David Chen, stood beside her. "Beautiful and doomed," Elena replied softly. "We're outnumbered 50 to 1. Then we'll just have to be 50 times better." Elena smiled despite everything. Chen always knew what to say. They'd served together for 12 years, survived the Proxima Rebellion, the Titan Moon incident, fought pirates in the outer reaches. He was more than her XO, he was her brother in all but blood. The fleet completed its assembly. 200 ships hanging in the void like steel flowers, each one carrying hundreds or thousands of souls who had chosen to stand between the darkness and home. Admiral Kane's face appeared on every screen in every ship simultaneously. "People of Earth. People of the colonies. Today, I won't lie to you. The enemy coming for us is vast beyond measure. They have destroyed civilizations that were ancient when Earth was young. They don't negotiate. They don't surrender. They simply consume." He paused, and Elena could see the weight of command in every line of his weathered face. "Behind us, at the colony worlds, are 15 billion human beings. Our families. Our children. Our future. The Dominion wants to erase that future. They believe we are insignificant. They believe we will run or beg or break." His voice rose, filling with fire. "They are wrong. Today, we show them what humanity means. We show them that we don't measure our worth by numbers or firepower. We measure it by the courage to stand when standing seems impossible. By the will to fight when fighting seems futile. By the determination to protect what we love, no matter the cost. Fleet, take your positions. And may whatever gods you believe in watch over us all." Chapter 3, First Contact. The Dominion fleet arrived like a biblical plague. They tore through the fabric of space itself, their ships emerging from wormholes that crackled with alien energies. The sensors went mad trying to count them all. Elena watched them come, her heart steady despite the fear that whispered at the edges of her mind. The enemy ships were beautiful in a terrible way, geometric perfection, angles and curves that seemed to mock natural law, glowing with energies humanity barely understood. "All ships, this is Kane. Hold formation. Wait for my mark." The Dominion fleet advanced slowly, almost contemptuously. Why should they hurry? What threat could these primitives possibly pose? They were about to find out. All ships, fire. The void erupted. 200 human ships unleashed everything they had. Railguns fired tungsten slugs at 0.3 light speed. Missiles with nuclear warheads spiraled through the darkness. Energy weapons, experimental tech that drained entire power cores in seconds, carved beams of destruction through the enemy formation. The first wave of Dominion ships died. Explosions blossomed like deadly flowers, and for one glorious moment, humanity dared to hope. Then the return fire came. Part 2, The Crucible. Chapter 4, Into Hell. The Dominion's weapons were beyond anything humanity had prepared for. Energy lances that could pierce 3 ships in a single shot. Plasma torpedoes that turned metal into gas. Gravitational weapons that crushed ships like tin cans. The destroyer Franklin vanished in a flash of light so bright it left afterimages on every screen. The carrier Independence broke in half, its dying reactor creating a miniature star that consumed its escort frigates. Evasive maneuvers. Elena ordered as a plasma torpedo the size of a bus screamed toward them. The Valkyrie rolled, its massive bulk moving with surprising grace. The torpedo missed by meters, close enough that they could feel the heat through the shields. Target their command ships. Kane's voice cut through the chaos. Make them work for every inch. The Valkyrie's main batteries spoke, twin railguns that ran the length of the ship. The slugs hit a Dominion heavy cruiser dead center, punching through its shields and hull like paper. The ship broke apart in a cascade of secondary explosions. Kill confirmed. Chen shouted, and the bridge crew cheered, a brief moment of triumph in the midst of nightmare. But for every Dominion ship destroyed, 2 more took its place. The human fleet was being overwhelmed, pushed back by sheer numbers and firepower. Elena watched the tactical display. 50 human ships gone in the first 10 minutes. 50 more damaged. They couldn't sustain this. All ships, pattern Delta 7. Kane ordered. By the transport's time. Pattern Delta 7. Elena had studied it at the academy. It was a last-resort defensive formation, designed to maximize damage while accepting that the defending fleet would be annihilated. It was a formation you used when victory meant dying slowly enough for others to escape. Chapter 5, The Transport Fleet. Behind the battle, hidden in the shadow of Meridian's largest moon, sat humanity's last hope. 3 massive colony ships, New Dawn, Horizon's Promise, and Tomorrow's Dream. Each one carried 50,000 civilians in cryo-sleep, the best scientists, engineers, artists, children. The seeds of humanity's future. Captain James Rodriguez commanded the escort squadron, 12 corvettes and 3 destroyers. Not enough to fight. Barely enough to run. He watched the battle unfold on long-range sensors, watched the icons representing ships, each one crewed by people he trained with, served with, loved, wink out of existence one by one. "Sir, Admiral Kane is hailing," his communications officer said. Kane's face appeared, and Rodriguez could see the truth in his eyes even before he spoke. "James, it's time. Take the transports and go. Don't look back. Don't slow down. Don't stop until you reach the sanctuary systems. Admiral, we can help. You can help by surviving. By making sure humanity survives." "That's an order, Captain." Rodriguez wanted to argue, wanted to turn his ships around and die with his brothers and sisters in arms. But he knew his duty. "Understood, sir." "Godspeed, Admiral." "Godspeed, Captain." Tell them we bought this chance with everything we had. Make it count." The screen went dark. Rodriguez turned to his crew, saw the tears on their faces, felt his own burning in his eyes. "Helm, set course for the jump point. Maximum burn. Escorts, screen formation around the transports. We're going home." Chapter 6, The Last Stand. The human fleet had been reduced to 70 ships. They formed a sphere around the escape vector, buying every second with blood and steel. Elena's bridge was in chaos. Fires burned on the lower decks despite the suppression systems. Half her weapon batteries were offline. Shields at 30% and falling. But the Valkyrie still fought. Enemy dreadnought, bearing 270, the tactical officer called out. Elena saw it, a ship 3 times the size of the Valkyrie, bristling with weapons, its prow aimed directly at them like the finger of an angry god. All power to forward batteries. Chen, I need a firing solution. Captain, we don't have the power to penetrate its shields. Then we'll get closer until we do. Helm, ramming course. The bridge went silent. Ramming course. It meant exactly what it sounded like. Chen looked at her, understanding dawning in his eyes. Elena. We've bought them enough time, David. The transports are clear. Now we make sure these bastards remember us. She activated fleet-wide comms. All ships, this is Vasquez. It's been an honor to serve with you. Humanity will remember what we did here. They'll remember that we stood when we could have run. That we fought when we could have hidden. Pattern Omega. Let's show them how humans say goodbye. Pattern Omega. Every captain knew what it meant. Every ship still fighting turned toward the enemy fleet center, toward their flagship, a ship so massive it had its own gravitational field. They charged. Part 3, Immortality. Chapter 7, The Final Charge. The Valkyrie led the charge, its engines burning so bright they were visible across the star system. Behind it, 69 other ships, every one damaged, every one dying, followed into the heart of the enemy. The Dominion tried to stop them. Energy weapons carved through space. Missiles flew like angry hornets. Gravitational weapons reached out with invisible hands to crush ships into singularities. The destroyer Courage vanished first, its power core overloading in an explosion that took 3 Dominion cruisers with it. The frigate Steadfast rammed the Dominion carrier at full speed, creating a fireball that lit up the darkness like a newborn sun. One by one, the human ships died. But they died screaming defiance, taking enemies with them, buying seconds that became minutes. Elena held on to the command rail as the ship shook around her. Alarms blared. Screens exploded. The hull groaned like a living thing in pain. Shields down, someone shouted. Hull breaches on deck 7 through 15. Fire suppression offline. Engineering reports reactor at critical. Chen, get everyone to the escape pods. Respectfully, Captain, go to hell. Chen smiled. We started this together. We finish it together. Elena wanted to argue, wanted to order him to save himself. But she knew that look. She'd seen it in the mirror. Then let's make this count. Helm, maximum power. Target their flagship's reactor. If we're going down, we're taking that bastard with us. The Valkyrie roared forward, a wounded Titan refusing to die quietly. The Dominion flagship loomed ahead, impossibly vast, its weapons tearing pieces off the Valkyrie with every passing second. But the Valkyrie didn't slow down. 10 seconds to impact, the tactical officer counted down. Elena looked at her crew, bloodied, terrified, but standing at their posts. Heroes, every one. It's been a privilege, she said softly. 5 seconds.